And what's up, everybody? Welcome to AlexNav.com for the Best of Video Game Awards 2016. And we have for you guys the Best Audio in Gaming 2016. Let's start off our list of 5,000.
I know, when you let everyone on the staff vote, this is what you're getting.
We're going to start with Doom, which had a rocking-ass metal soundtrack.
Yep.
Battlefield 1, the heart of battle, while you're out there and you're getting your ass kicked and bullets are whizzing past your head and someone's sneaking up on you in the trenches. We have Trackmania Turbo. Jason, hot one for Jason.
We can knock that one off right now, but that game actually has a really great, like, if you're into, like, cool techno music when you're driving, like, that is, like, fucking awesome. Like, we'll knock it off, but I thought it deserved a nod.
We got Final Fantasy 15, which reuses every original Final Fantasy song, so you don't even notice any of the new songs.
Well, that's why I put it on there.
That's our favorite part, is listening to the old songs and remembering what good Final Fantasy sounded like.
So we'll knock that one off, because it'll never win.
NBA 2K17!
Yeah, what do we got about that one? What's so good? The story?
All
the commentators?
All the commentaries, the different commentaries, the opening scene with Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie having their discussions about different players, the cut scenes when the players come on and they're talking about playing with their team or certain players, the coaches come on, they, you know, like I was playing with the Bucks and they're talking about, let's hear Jason Kidd talking to his team, and they have the voice clips.
That's
like,
the coolest thing to me.
And it's just like
cut away in between commercial breaks to talk to a player, like you're watching.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it's
so cool.
Like Michael Jordan will come on and be like, "I used to eat ice cream on the street." Or something. He doesn't talk about ice cream.
I don't think that actually ever happened.
Clearly, we haven't eaten in like 5 hours, and I'm thinking ice cream at this point. Let's leave that one on, because that's
but
really
also
good.
but also like the on-court sound effects, like you hear the discussion, screen. I'm open, you know, like all of that.
The soundtrack stuff this year, I mean,
the soundtrack was
curated like shit last year.
Yeah, and I'm not like, they had 3 artists and like 800 songs, and I really don't like the soundtrack that much. But there's a great mix in there. There's a lot of different music and stuff I haven't heard, but their older soundtracks were
Who put the Division on here?
I did.
We have the Division and Battlefield. I think they're both very similar in the fact that they're
It's
like
war sounds.
War sounds.
Totally different, but
I mean,
we can drop the Division.
The voice acting, I mean, if you want to get into it, and Division is awful.
I mean, your note for Battlefield was
cheesy.
great war sounds, and your note for the Division was Battlefield sounds are great. So it's kind of like, I feel like it kind of ties in.
If I had to choose between those two, I'm going to say Battlefield is way better audio-wise. What
about
cracking the whip?
The Last Guardian? Very quiet soundtrack.
Soft and gentle and instrumental and gone.
You don't wear these stupid headphones for nothing.
What's that? Oh, yeah, get it off my list.
I put Overwatch on as my number 1, and I put it on...
All right, yeah, okay, I'm ready.
I didn't put it on because I think the music in that game was amazing. I think the musical cues in the match while you're playing are something I previously have never really
Drop the beat!
Yes, or like, it's high noon, and I feel like those music cues are almost like another gameplay enhancement. It's almost like, when I hear high noon, I'm automatically running and fucking hiding or something, or I hear the whistle for Bastion, I'm looking for Bastion and running. It's like, I haven't had that experience in a game before, where the music has made me want to do something.
On your gameplay,
it's changed the game. It actually influences what is happening on the battlefield in a very interesting way. So that's why I put that on there.
Uncharted 4. The voice acting in that's superior to like most games.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's like
voice cast is top.
Yeah, it's like one of the best, dude. And like, you know, the sound effects, the gunfights, the high octane action scenes. I mean, the atmosphere in that game is just audiophilic. Is amazing.
Audiophallic.
It's an audiophallic game. And then we also have the last game on the list is
Warhammer.
Warhammer Total War.
Another beautiful sounding game.
Warhammer Toby's War.
Is that music that is it the explosions, the sound, or the score, or just
everything?
Like
everything.
Really
the music during like the music that happens, like the scripted dialogues are like presented really well. But yeah, I mean, again, it comes down to being on the battlefield and hearing the different sounds of the different fights. You can hear the unique sounds of arrows being shot. You can hear like the metal on metal versus, like clubs. Yeah, like I mean, and there's like
what's more detailed, that one or Battlefield? Because I feel like Battlefield has had. It's weird to me.
Let's cut it.
Which one?
Let's cut one.
I would cut Total War just because I'm the only one that played it, and it'll be easier to convince Chad for Battlefield because he's played it.
See, for me, Battlefield, it's just like it feels like it's almost too easy now at this point. Like since Medal of Honor came out on the PlayStation 1 and they hyped that Spielberg was like helping them with the soundtrack, I feel like they've all sound the same. Like the only one, like when Star Wars Battlefront came out and they had the blasters and I felt like I was in a Star Wars movie, I was like, holy shit, that's great sound design. But now I'm like, it sounds like a gun. Like I've heard it before, and it doesn't do anything new for me. And it's good, but I can't tell if it's any better than what was in Battlefield 4 or Battlefield Vietnam.
But it's also like the campaign, like the dialogue in the campaign was presented really well. Like
oh yeah, you know what? I also got really pissed at the trailer when the trailer came out because it was so pandering, and they used this like moody song, and I was just like, fuck that game, and I got really mad at it on the podcast tonight.
But the story stuff, I mean, if you just take it away from just the multiplayer and you add in the campaign stuff, I mean, it's got a ton of awesome audio in that thing, dude. With the dialogue between guys and stuff. Yeah. It's not just like, sometimes we forget that it's not that this year's isn't just a multiplayer game. It's got that other level to it.
But is it any better than any other Battlefield
But
game?
the difference in this one is again, like, there is a little bit of a difference. Like, and I mean, it's the same thing. Like, is Uncharted any different than any other Uncharted? They're just saying different things. It's still just as good as it was last year, but
is it though? Because in Uncharted, it's a very convincing dialogue. Like it's really well written, and it like reads like you're almost like you're watching a movie. Yeah. Whereas I play Quantum Break, and let me tell you, that is a terribly written game.
Yeah,
it's written terribly. It's voice acted terrible.
Really shittily.
And I love those guys. Remedy, they're some of my favorite people.
Yeah, but I mean,
comparing apples to oranges, like
I mean, I can compare others like Overwatch. Like honestly, the sound effects themselves aren't all that.
They're pretty generic.
Impressive compared
they're generic.
So
sounds.
I mean, but we're rating that on a different level. My thing with Battlefield again, Chad can attest to, once you put it in surround sound, once you're immersed in it, when an airplane
But it's been like that forever in a Battlefield game. I've always felt like the airplane's flying over my head. You know what we're forgetting is Doom. And that soundtrack in Doom was so fucking cool. It was like so heavy metal, so insane. My note was I didn't know if the music did crescendo and change as I was like comboing up. I feel like it did. Like I feel like when I hit something great, like the soundtrack like went to another level, and I just wanted to destroy everything.
I mean, at the end of the day, my number one, I've convinced myself on this, is NBA 2K17. I mean,
I would say that, but I feel like that's even more the same of what they did last year. They just added more of what they've done previously. They added another set of announcers. They had that stuff in between quarters last year.
The on-court
and I still don't hear a lot of repetitive stuff. I mean, it still blows my mind.
Like if you have the same team and you play a couple of games in a row, you start to get the same in the middle, in the court, like cutscenes and the same shit, and it's like, why didn't they have 10 of them? And I get why they don't, because it's impossible. But
yeah, but it's just, I mean, and for me, and again, like it's just because it's been really good I don't feel
not disqualifying it from that, but I just don't. I played it and I didn't think Battlefield 1 sounded any better than any other Battlefield game.
I'm good with
or war game in general.
Overwatch.
Getting rid of Overwatch?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm okay with knocking off.
I still would like to know if you guys, if there's ever been anything like that in another game where you've had something come up when someone did their special as a sound effect where it changed it. I don't think there has. We keep arguing about like this.
Yeah, but if that's the only thing.
But it's not. The sound effects are good in that game, and the music is cute.
They're average.
If we want to talk about stories, like the story stuff that they do,
the little banter when you can hear it.
Yeah, is really good.
But it's repeated I mean, you play a match that's 3 minutes long. The next match, if you're unfortunately on the same stage.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if we're debating stuff being recycled, that was something that hadn't been done before. To the degree.
And it's cool, but I get it. It can.
I mean, I've heard games that announce special moves. It's just not in a shooter, so I don't really.
Yeah,
What are we
okay.
down
I mean,
to?
you talk about Street Fighter. Every move is announced. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
in a
yeah.
fighter, not in a shooter.
Yeah, no, totally. But then there's a visual cue with that. This there isn't. I'm saying like you're off screen and you hear it, and then it changes what you're doing.
So we have Uncharted 4, Doom, Battlefield 1, and NBA 2K. Good lord.
I'm either Doom or Uncharted at this point. Probably leaning towards Doom's soundtrack because it was so fucking crazy metal. And Uncharted did have good voice acting, but all the Uncharted games have good voice acting.
We gotta knock something off here. This is a tight one. This is
gonna be a hard one.
This is unfortunately my first year that with audio, real like making an impact to me. Like I haven't played a lot of games with like a lot of audio because of the studio and where we play and stuff. I always have it kind of down so we can kind of like talk. So I don't really immerse myself in a lot of games this year, and I feel like the ones that I did was Uncharted and Dead Rising, but nobody likes Jingle Bells anymore.
Oh, that was great.
Nobody loves Christmas music, and zombie slaying is like probably the favorite thing, best moment of the year.
Those Christmas remix mixes were really
They
good.
were.
Playing that game around Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
I can get behind Dead Rising right now.
For listening to Christmas music nonstop for like 3 weeks, when I heard Christmas music was going to be in that game, I kind of was like, I'm muting this
You know
game.
what? Those weapons
when they
sound
came
really
on-
good.
They sound average.
I don't know. They sound comparable to like fucking handgun Battlefield to me. I would take the
But-
lawnmower in Dead Rising.
I think I'm on Uncharted 4. I could probably scratch everything else, but it puts us in a pickle.
I'm back on Dead Rising now. Those Christmas songs are so good.
Yeah, but
The voice acting was actually really terrible in that game. So,
besides
They changed their original voice actor to what's his name.
yeah, that was
which
a shit show. Okay.
He
So
was
what
a
are you on now?
wannabe. I'm on Uncharted 4. It's the only one I really dove into super hard and enjoyed and felt like it was all angles, hit me with all sorts of stuff, and
Toby's
Yeah,
very
voice
compelling
acting.
for Battlefield. He's making really good arguments.
it's weirdly
I mean,
compelling for
I-
NBA
I-
for some reason. I just don't.
I
I would be behind the only NBA is really good, but the new commentary team I don't feel like are as good as the old commentary team. That would be my
Are
only.
they better than the commentary team in Madden?
No, I like the new man.
Oh my
and that's
God,
where we're gonna
I
have.
kinda-
That's where
I
we're
want-
gonna differ.
Oh, this is a totally different one.
That's a
now.
different-
We're gonna punch Jason in the face. like
Comparable to the old Maddens, I like the Madden commentary better than the second commentary teams from NBA.
that, hearing the same thing every game.
Battlefield.
I mean,
or
Battlefield,
Uncharted?
it's in like playing in surround sound when you hear everything going on around you, like
You feel like you're more.
hearing the planes crash and like.
What's your case for Uncharted? It's just they talk good.
Yeah, the voice acting.
They do words well.
They do a lot of words well. The atmosphere, when you're in the scenes and things are going on.
The
voice
banter is really
acting,
good.
Like it's just it's got multiple levels that it excels on.
Toby's
all
so
levels.
passionate about Battlefield, and I feel like you're just saying they talk.
They don't talk at all in Battlefield.
You told me that the dialogue was great in Battlefield.
The dialogue in the campaign, I thought. I mean, the campaign I thought was a lot better than a lot of the ones that they've done in the past.
Campaign was bad, but the voice acting was good. I felt like they handheld. We'll get onto that subject later too.
I will go with. I mean, I shit all over Battlefield's war sounds. I feel like it's hard for me to vote for that because I just continuously think it sounds so similar to the other games. I don't even know if they recorded new audio.
They did. They
You
used
could
different.
I
tell
couldn't
if it was from the
tell.
80s.
No, I couldn't tell if it was from the old Battlefield games. Like I don't know the difference between a gun sound.
Yeah,
It sounds
that's
like a gun.
dude. You're telling me? I mean, that's on every game, dude. I don't know if that's a new gun or a gun they took from fucking Wolfenstein 3D. Like,
I'm gonna take Toby's word for it. I'm gonna go with Battlefield 1. He's very passionate.
I'm gonna go with Battlefield 1 as well. Toby, are you gonna go with NBA 2K?
Are you gonna?
I'm going with Battlefield.
I will use Uncharted. You dicks.
And there you guys have it, dude.
I haven't played Uncharted, but they make compelling arguments. I do like good voice acting.
The best audio in a video game for 2016 on AlertonAv.com is Battlefield 1. If you haven't had a chance to get out there and check it out, we got some videos on our YouTube page, youtube.com/AlertonAvLive. You can check out Battlefield coverage, or follow Toby on our Allerton Av Twitch, and you can check it out. You can watch him play some Battlefield, and he'll get his head blown off with his headphones on. He's like, ah! Shit's getting crazy. Thank you guys for joining us, and if you want to see more Best of the Year awards check out youtube.com/AlexandAvLive. I'm Chad, this is Toby and Jason. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.